Alright, so I'm gonna go under here, and then we're gonna pretend I wasn't there. I'm gonna pop up and start the video. Okay, we're gonna edit all that out. 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, what's up? I didn't see you guys there. I was under the table looking for a YouTube video, and definitely not setting that up or anything. Today we're gonna be doing a little bit of the GAMEDEV PSA number 2. It's gonna be day 2 of surviving the apocalypse as an indie game dev, and I'm just kidding. We're just in quarantine, and it's good for everyone's safety. Stay safe, wash your hands, wipe your keyboard down, some of that Lysol, that good Lysol wipes, please do that. Today we're going to talk about a game dev tip, and it's coming from someone who already isn't that great at game dev, so take it with a grain of salt. Consistency. Consistency in your branding. Consistency in the visuals, audio, thematics of your game and your branding and your marketing, right? You're going to make sure that's consistent. You don't want to have a really good game, right? Fantastic visuals, the music is out of this world, right? And then you go to like a boring, HTML3 website, made on some, cheap, some cheap like website builder, right? You can use a website builder. Don't get me wrong. I use a website builder. I know how to design websites, right? I do it freelance. But for my game, I decided it was just easier to manage email subscriptions and really quickly adding visuals and updates just using a builder, right? I use Wix, right? I wouldn't recommend it necessarily. It's kind of slow. It's not the best. But it gets the job done. It looks nice. So you're going to want your website, say Wix, for your game thematically to resonate with the themes of the game itself that you're marketing. You want, say, let's take my game for example, Be Aggressive. It's a cute game, cute graphics, cute music sometimes, and lots of gore, right? There's a dichotomy there, right? There's a shift in themes that is kind of, they're pushing against each other because they're not thematically equivalent, right? So that's a big part of the game, and I want that to show through on the website. So what do? Well, you want the colors, like the palette of the game, to be visible in your website. In my opinion, I'd say that's a good idea. Obviously, you want your videos and you want your little screenshots and stuff. But before that, just in the layout of your website, it would make sense for you to maybe put your logo front and center, because usually your logo should represent your game visually, right? They should look at it, look at your website design and say, oh, this game's about bees, they're cute, but man, what is all that blood, right? And then, oh, let me put in my email, subscribe, or click on the Steam link and I'll buy that game, right? That's what you want. You want them to see, find interest, and then when they get to your landing page, see your game, see the videos, they're not going to be put off by, something that looks entirely different from what was advertised on the website or what the website's sort of theming was, right? You're not going to make a website for a game like Super Meat Boy, right? You're not going to make a website like that, because a website like that's going to have there's going to be beef everywhere, like that meat kind of texture, and there's going to be saw blades spinning and blood everywhere and grungy text, right? And it's a good website for Super Meat Boy, but if you're using a website like that to advertise your third-person urban RPG like San Andreas or Saints Row, right? If you're making that, you don't need a hardcore heavy metal website, right? Maybe you need something that looks a little more like Rockstar's website for GTA. I don't know, right? So what I'm saying is matching the thematic elements within your game with your branding is going to be incredibly important. Emails, right? You want to send out an email to all of the people who subscribed to your page. Now, are you going to send out a plain boring email? Hello, hello all, to whom it concerns. Be Aggressive is coming out in 6 months, and it's going to be... Or are you going to do a nice layout, right? You're going to want it to look kind of like your game, thematically, maybe it's going to be, maybe I put a background on the email, right? With HTML and with a lot of like Code Monkey and things like that. You can do that. You put a background on the email. I can like use the font I use in the game to bold and, you know, to show certain elements of the email. Some visuals within the email that really like still show through the themes of the game, right? And posters, you're going to want the same sort of thematic balancing in your posters, your website, your Steam page. If you have merchandise, of course, if you make posters or box art, like you want all of that to be a representation of your game in its sort of distilled form, so that when someone looks at it and they go, something about that just strikes me, and now I need to know more, right? And then that's when they go forward with seeing your game, buying your game, checking out your video, downloading your demo, who knows, right? That is when, you know, they've sort of built up this like trust in their mind of what the game's quality is, what it's thematically like, and they make a couple of assumptions, and then they maybe buy your game, or they don't, I don't know, right? But in my opinion, I think it's important to do this balancing act to make sure that what you give to the consumer, the customer, your fan base is going to be what they expect from, you know, the ramp up to launch, right? So yeah, I don't know if any of that made sense. So that was me rambling for 6.5 minutes. And if you like that video, you'll probably like the next one. So do me a favor and subscribe if you want. If not, hit that thumbs down. Tell me, you know, in the comments that you think I'm, you know, an awful person and I kick puppies. Whatever you want to do, right? Or, you know, good video, I liked it. Subscribe. Who knows, right? Whatever you guys want to do, please do it. Down in the subscription, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me what you guys are doing during the apocalypse. And just kidding. Stay safe. Please wash your hands. I hope you, your friends, and family are safe. And try and get something done today on your game or your project. And I'll see you guys in another video at another time, hopefully tomorrow. Bye, guys.